15. Brady flushed out to his right, completes it, and skipping out of bounds that time was Devontae Alfred after a pickup of about 7 through the air. Clock stops at 36 seconds left to go in this half.
No real rush here by Brady and the offensive unit, which is, I know the clock is stopped from going out of bounds, but I would like to get some sort of, rush on this defensive unit by Mount SAC. They've been so great sniffing out their plays.
On a 2nd and 4, Brady has all sorts of time in the pocket. Now he's pressured and just floats this one out of bounds, incomplete. Mount SAC, they have 2 timeouts left, so here we have a 3rd and 4 situation. You might run it here if you're Ventura, but Mount SAC, they can stop the clock all they want with those 2 timeouts still left in Coach Jabb's pocket.
Well, we'll see what they do here. Ventura stands on the field for the Pirates. He's been getting a majority of the carries so far offensively for Ventura.
See what the play call here is on a 3rd and 4. Screen pass. Stanton gets it. Stanton has the first down across the 30, across the 35, across the 40, and he's finally dragged down at the 44 with 20 seconds left to go before we hit the half.
There's that screen pass that I thought Matt was going to use on their last drive, and that'll force Ventura to call a timeout as Stanton landed in the middle of the field, nowhere near the sideline. And we'll see what the coaching staff here does for Ventura, what they want to call, and see if they really want to take a shot down the field with just 20 seconds left to go in the half.
Well, Jalen Brady, he's been criticized for accuracy, but arm strength has been something that he's been congratulated on throughout his football career in high school as well. Jalen Brady, like we mentioned, the 44th ranked dual-threat quarterback in the nation coming out of high school, and 44 might not sound like all that high of a number, but considering how many high schools there are out there, how many quarterbacks, especially dual-threat ones, are out there, that's a pretty high number for a guy all the way out in Mississippi. So out of the timeout, it'll be a 1st and 10 here. 20 seconds to play with if you're the Pirates. You're on your own 43. 4 receivers set, 2 out to each side. Stanton the lone back. Brady, quick pass towards the sidelines and the near side of the field, and it's incomplete. That's a pass you got to complete if you're Brady.
Oh, yeah, he was, kind of Mount SAC was playing a little bit of a prevent defense there, so he sagged off on that intended receiver, number 11 for Ventura, Devontae Alfred. He just slipped. Again, that's the 3rd slip in the last 2 drives.
We got to go check that field at halftime to see if it's wet.
I guess.
2nd and 10. Brady drops back to pass. Pressured, flushed out. Brady gets it away at the last moment, and that one sails way out of bounds, incomplete. The Mounties perhaps looking for a intentional grounding call, but there was a Pirate in the vicinity of the football, and now a 3rd and 10 upcoming.
You're talking about a dual threat in Brady, the quarterback for Ventura. He did a great job with candidacy, if you want to call it.
$10 word.
Between, the starting quarterbacks here who were battling for a starting position the first 2 games. Jalen Brady doing a great job, completing 66% in the first 2 games as far as being involved in the game. Last week against El Camino, he started. The first week against Fullerton, he came in and shuffled it up for the quarterbacks and really did a great job for the Pirates.
Yeah, there was a 2 quarterback set, him and Ducksworth, the first week against Fullerton. Brady won the job with the performance he had last week at El Camino. Passes this one to the far side of the field, and it is complete into Mountie territory. That one to Aaron Lacombe. About a gain of 9. It'll be 3rd and short here with 5 seconds left to go. And now it's time for what we like to call a Hail Mary.
Yeah, just a bunch of go routes on the outside. We'll see what happens, as I'm sure Mount SAC and Coach Jabbs and the defensive staff will be ready for it here with just 5 seconds to play there, just into Mount SAC territory.
Mounties will come out with only 3 down linemen on the defensive side of the football. Brady will roll out to his left, faces some pressure, now flushed out to his right, and Brady's going down and fumbles the football, and Ventura falls on top of it, and a horrific first half finally comes to an end for the Pirates as the Mounties take a 21-3 lead into the locker room. and that was about as disastrous of a Hail Mary as I think you'll ever see.
Well, it doesn't help that you have the big defensive end out of Mount Tech, 6'2", 260, Fanau Kohatulu, who was on the quarterback's cleats, if you want to say, and he really gave him no room to breathe, no room to really get away from the pressure that he was bringing in. And what a great job the defense did in this first half.
We'll bring you stats, scores, and an interview with former Mountie great, former Super Bowl champion, former Pro Bowler Antonio Pierce on the Mountie halftime report coming right up next. 21-3, our halftime score from Ventura College. The Mounties lead the Pirates.
Who is the team to beat in the National Football League as we begin preseason action? NFL insider Robert Dieters is up next on National Sports. The story of the 2013 Major League season has been the resurgence of the Dodgers, led by Yasiel Puig. How realistic of a shot does Los Angeles have at making the World Series? Jason Gerline leads the roundup next on National Sports. Your presentation of National Sports is brought to you by Spreaker.com. Broadcast and listen to new radio and music with one low monthly rate. Your show will be right back after this word from your local stations. You can contact National Sports in a number of ways, through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with the label National Sports. We love to have you guys a part of our show and can easily join us also through text or call. You're listening to the National Sports radio station on Spreaker.com. America's pastime of baseball is changing as we know it into a sport we've never seen before. Where is the game headed in the next few years? Major League correspondent Cameron Sadeghi has the answer to that question next on the National Sports radio station from Los Angeles, California.
Hi, this is Sam Rosen, and I'm here with Sam Situation.
Good afternoon and welcome into the corner. It's Chris's Corner here on Spreaker.com, a National Sports affiliate.
Hello and welcome to the Cameron Sadeghi Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Deep Sports Talkie. This is affiliated with National Sports.
Cameron Sadeghi, Chris Sylvester, Sam Rosen, Andrew Goldstein, Daniel Levy, and the entire broadcast crew with Commissioner Robert Dieters. You are live from National Sports Radio Station in Los Angeles, California. Live from Los Angeles, we thank you for listening to another presentation of the National Sports Radio Station on Spreaker.com. Who are the hot teams in the Major League Baseball season heading into the playoffs? Stephen Hughes is on tap and set to join us next on the National Sports Radio Station from Los Angeles, California.
Halftime from Ventura College. It's the Mounties 21, the Pirates 3, as Brian Tabajay, our fantastic color commentator, will get you our scores from around JUCO football here on this Saturday, September evening.
September 20th, to be exact, this Saturday. This feels so nice out here, man.
Doesn't it?
It feels...
Why can't it be like this out in Walnut?
It is 20 degrees at least cooler out here. It feels fantastic. Anyways, so final from Cerritos and Fullerton, 24-21 is your score, as Fullerton is now 2-1 on the season. College of the Canyons and Santa Ana doing battle. Canyons getting their first win of the season, 31-10 over Santa Ana. Allen Hancock and Chafee are done, and that's all said and done. 26-24. Hancock also getting their first win of the young season. And some games in progress right now, but I will go to another final score. The big upset of the afternoon is Riverside and Grossmont. And if you know them by now, Grossmont did take down Riverside 38-28, your score from Grossmont, as Riverside ranked in the junior college football rankings here in Southern California, and they lost a big one out at Grossmont today. We'll see what happens later on in their rankings.
And you heard right here on the national sports station, Spreaker.com, you heard that game live. Nick Rice and Dan Godino brought you all the coverage of what looks to be the biggest upset here in Week 3 in Southern California JUCO football.
So we'll see what happens if Riverside can bounce back after a tough loss this afternoon. Halftime scores, El Camino and Saddleback up 13-10. Golden West and Citrus 27-14. Golden West. Santa Barbara is all over East LA 21-7. There's 1:45 left in the first half. And let's see here. Halftime for LA Harbor and Pasadena. LA Harbor is getting shut out by Pasadena 16-0. And Antelope Valley right now in the first quarter, 9:39 to be exact, left to play in the first quarter. It is 7-0 over Desert. And, of course, we have a halftime score here from Ventura. 21-3, your score.
We got stats.
We got stats, people.
It's about time, right?
We got stats.
So the Mounties 21.
Hospitality.
The Mounties 21-3. Let's recap the scoring real quick. Omar's Tolbert, the 1-yard run with 13:32 left to go in the opening quarter. Aaron Vaughn's a 30-yard touchdown run with 3:20 left to go in that first quarter. Then Ventura got themselves on the scoreboard courtesy of a 28-yard field goal off the boot of Jake Lansky, the freshman. And then Ryan Simpson, the 19-yard pass from Justin Allo. And that is where we are right now, 21-3 at the half. Mounties outscoring Ventura 14-0 in that first quarter, and then 7-3 in the second quarter. A little bit sloppy as far as play goes for Mount SAC in the second quarter, but they still find a way to outscore Ventura.
Well, it's their defense, again. It sounds redundant coming from my mouth.
It's so
but
good.
They're so not only are they good, they're just a fast defensive unit. A lot of these linebackers are just over 6 foot. Most of them are around the 6'2" frame. And, the twins, more so Cedi tonight, Ta'amavena, is just a fast linebacker that's seeking out the 5'8" frame of Stanton, the Ventura running back, and also Brady, the quarterback who's been shuffling a lot down for broken plays and just trying to make some offensive production here for the Pirates, as they're having a hard time getting any offensive flow, any offensive rhythm. They did commit, I want to say, about 6 penalties in the first half, did Ventura. So, their offensive ability to maintain drives and keep some sort of momentum is really getting halted by not only Mount SAC's defense, but the penalties that they are committing.
Boy, you talk about that Mount SAC defense. 7 sacks in the first half on Jalen Brady. He's getting beat up in the backfield for Ventura College, and that's a big reason why the Pirates only have 3 points on the scoreboard. Also got to attribute that to Mount SAC's blocked kick early in the first quarter as well. They also have an interception of Jalen Brady. As we take a look at the time of possession, it's been dominated by Ventura, 17 minutes to 12 minutes. Ventura leads in that category, but the only category that matters is the score. And Mount SAC 21-3. You talk about the penalties, officially 7 for Mount SAC, 60 yards, something they've definitely got to clean up as they start to face tougher competition as this season continues. 5 for 44 on the Ventura College Pirates. And as far as yards go in that first half, it's not like Mount SAC's offense has really dominated this game. Certainly their defense has put their offense in fantastic field position a couple of times with the turnovers and all of the sacks of Jalen Brady so far here tonight. 212 yards of offense for the Mounties, 137 of those coming through the air. And for Ventura College, 143. So not too big of a gap between total yards, but once again, 21-3 Mount SAC, they lead at the half.
I would think that those numbers would be reversed for as far as rushes and passing yards for the Mounties.